welcome to your July reading. So today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading for some July predictions, just kind of getting the vibe for July, what's coming up for you, possible things that could occur. And this is going to be just a general reading for the month of July. I do have 4 piles in front of me. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to clear your mind and just get into a very calm and tranquil headspace. Really connecting and becoming in tune with your higher self so that you can go ahead and select one of the piles. So starting with pile 1. We have this beautiful Heart aura. And pile 2 with the Tiger's Eye wand. And pile 3 with this lovely tiny green stone. I felt really called that this should be for pile 3, so I'm excited to see what cards we pull here and what the message is going to be for pile 3. And pile 4 with this chunky crystal quartz, clear quartz I should say. So take a few moments to allow yourself to intuitively choose whichever pile or stone you are connected with. It's okay if more than one pile or stone reaches out to you. If you feel connected or drawn to more than one pile, that means that there are multiple messages for you, so feel free to watch as many as you desire. I will put the timestamps down below for each pile's reading, so you can go ahead and check that out once you've made your choice, and I will meet you at your reading. Welcome, pile 1. If you chose pile 1 or the beautiful Heart aura, then this is your reading. Okay, so I haven't looked at these cards yet. And remember, this is just a general reading. I haven't been saying this in my videos, but I do also offer private readings. So if that's something that you want, or an extended reading on what's going on here, then that's something that we can arrange. Feel free to contact me. Everything is in the description bar below, everywhere you can find me. So I'm going to start with your oracle cards and just get an energy for what's going on in this month. So the first card we have is Protection, Call Back Your Power, Cut the Cords, Soul Retrieval. So from that, and I love the artwork here on this card. If you can see, they're each standing in a circle as if they're part of I would say like a coven or a collective. They're all part of the same team, I feel. And they are making the big X with their arms, and their eyes are closed as well, which tells me that they are sending out protection and sending back negativity to whomever may harm them. So that could be something that you're focusing on this month, pile 1. Really amping up your protection. Maybe you felt spiritually threatened by someone or psychically threatened. You know, there's all kinds of things out there in the world, and unfortunately, us being more sensitive, we can come across some unpleasant things at times. So you could be a more sensitive person or a clairaudient, clairvoyant, what have you, and you feel attacked. I'm not sure why that's coming to me. Like I'm getting the strong feeling of you being under attack. So you could be just you amping up your protection rituals. Maybe you're adding some new things in. Maybe you're lighting more candles, doing more spells, doing more rituals. But I definitely feel more so to the point that you are really building up your protection. Yeah, cutting cord, you could be cutting ties with someone, but I feel more strongly that this is about you protecting yourself or you being able to protect yourself. Okay, and then we have Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. So it's interesting that these two cards come up together because they seem to be forming a council, like what I said earlier, a collective or a group, and then this light, this card is pulled. So that's very interesting. That more so reinforces what I was getting about the protection or the need for protection. I feel like you're calling on your ancestors, you're calling on your guides to help protect you, and they are coming through. You feel that. So you know that the protection is working. You know, you're very, I feel like you're a very spiritual person, and you are really in tune with your guides, you know, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, whoever it is that you work with. You have such a strong connection with them that when you let them know, hey, I need help, you know, I'm under attack, or I need to build up my protection, I need to build that wall up a little bit higher, they come through for you. So they are definitely heavily involved in your life and watching over you. And by heavily involved, I don't mean that they're making any kind of decisions for you, not at all. However, if they feel like you're straying too far from the path, they are going to try and push you back towards your true alignment and the path that is going to really bring a sense of peace to your inner, your higher self. So I'm going to get into your tarot cards now. So first we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And this again goes back to the protection, because I feel like when we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's not necessarily a new start, although it could be a new path or a new way of thinking, a new intuition, a new feeling. I do feel more drawn to say that this is more so about you just adding to that layer of protection. And a great way to protect ourselves and to keep ourselves aligned, but also a great way to value ourselves so that others can't undervalue us, is to practice self-love. And with the Ace of Cups coming in, it seems like you could possibly be someone who is lacking self-love. You know, you have gone into a situation where you were the person who like bent over backwards, you bent past your breaking point. Oh my gosh. You were past your breaking point. You were just the one who was always either compromising or doing everything. I feel like you are almost always this person in these relationships. Like, you can never find someone who matches your level of love or the intensity either. So I would say that you've been giving out this love to everyone and hoping and praying that it would come back to you in return. But unfortunately, you are your own blockage here. You are the weakness. So what that means is that in order to receive this love that you have been giving out, that you are very deserving of receiving, you have to love yourself that way. It's very important that you understand and appreciate yourself, that you are loving yourself the way you deserve to be loved, the way you want to be loved, but that you're looking after yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're feeding yourself positive language. You're not breaking yourself down. You're building yourself up. So this could be, again, it goes back to protection. This just really, I'm feeling heavily that you are in the process of almost like a shift You could be someone who is coming from their early 20s to their late 20s or their early 30s. I'm really getting a 30s vibe, like maybe you just turned 30 or you just passed 30 or you're about to turn 30. For some reason, the number 30 is coming to me. So this is definitely about you pouring the love that you have given to others into yourself. Filling your own well before you're filling others, because if your well is empty, you're not going to be able to help anybody else. And the second card I have for you is the Ruler of Wands, or the King of Wands. So this makes a lot of sense coming up after the Ace of Cups, simply because when I think of the King of Wands, I think of this really amazing, regal person who is so strong, but also like very fiery. So I kind of am getting a fire sign. I don't know why with the cups I didn't get anything, but with the wands I'm feeling like I have a fire sign watching, or this is for a fire sign. So that could be something. But with the going back to the King of Wands, I just feel like this presence, and it's not necessarily a masculine or a feminine presence. It's just when you walk into a room, people notice you. And you may downplay this, pile one. You may downplay this, or you may not even, you may be oblivious to this. But when you walk into a room or when you speak, you command attention. Just, you have a sense of authority about yourself. And you knew this once upon a time, but somewhere down the line, this has gotten skewed, or the understanding of this has gone missing. And so you're pouring all this love into other people and not understanding why it's not coming back. And it's because you're not valuing yourself the same. You're not valuing yourself for what you're truly worth. You're underselling yourself. You're selling yourself short. You're taking on relationships that are not necessarily in your best interest, and you know this. You're a very intuitive person, so you know you may be deluding yourself, and you may try to make it seem like it's not that way, but you already know. You are very aware of the situation. So next we have the Well. These cards are so long. It's interesting. So for this one because this is a different card, I've actually never pulled this card, so I am going to have to consult what the guidebook says for this. I didn't even remember this card existed until right now. Okay, so for the Well, it says the Well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration, and transformation. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. And in reverse, this is destruction, endings, cold, and stagnant. So that really supports what's going on here. I mean, we have cut the cord from earlier, and if that's not an ending, I don't know what is. So this definitely could be you breaking away from someone, from a relationship, possibly a romantic relationship. Like, I really feel like this is somebody's boyfriend that where you're moving away from. Okay, and then we have the Tower in reverse as well. So you knew this break was coming. You've been anticipating it. It's not really a surprise to you, but that doesn't make it any easier to deal with. And I am saying a breakup or whatever, but this could really apply to any situation. You've been anticipating the situation to either end, or it's just not serving you anymore, so you need to end it. Or there could be some kind of conflict or trouble here. You've been anticipating that this was going to happen, so it's not really a surprise to you, but however, you now have to deal with the situation. So it didn't make it really any easier, even though you were anticipating it. It didn't soften the blow at all, but you know that this is necessary and that you're going to need to push through this. And then the Seven of Cups. So that's The Seven of Cups upright. Yeah, this goes back to what I was saying. When you walk into a room, people notice you, people see you, and you have literally, you could have anyone you wanted. You have all these opportunities. You know, people will, if you allow them to, people will fall all over themselves for you. But it starts with you. It starts with you. That's what I'm getting. It starts with you. So you have to be willing to pour that love into yourself, what you're requesting of other people, the notice and everything like that, the notoriety. Yeah, you definitely have to pour that love into yourself first. And that, like I said, goes back to the protection, the Ace of Cups in reverse, because this is all about loving yourself, building yourself up rather than tearing yourself down, so that you're strong enough to overcome these hurdles to get to basically the finish line. I do think that was a pretty succinct reading, but I am going to pull some more cards just to see if there are any other messages that need to be relayed. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely you're going to have a hardship. I'm not sure what it is. It could be a breakup. I'm feeling strongly it's a breakup. And this could be a magical breakup, like a, let me explain. So you are spiritually connected to this person, and they are as you are, they are a spiritual person as well. So that could be why you're feeling spiritually attacked. Going back to what I was saying in the beginning, because this person maybe isn't ready to let you go. They wanted this Ten of Pentacles with you, but it just wasn't working. I hate to say this, but they didn't deserve you. Let's see if we can pull one more card here. Or pile one. If there's any other messages or anything else that needs to come through for pile one. Okay, so the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands have come up. Again, I still am feeling like this is a fire sign. You're either the person watching is a fire sign or you're dealing with a fire sign. That's something like that just keeps coming back to me. What I'm seeing here is that there was an issue. Like I said, there was a conflict. With this Five of Wands and the Tower in reverse, there's a conflict and you anticipated it. You knew it was coming up. It's probably some argument that you needed to have, and that's what was going. You were avoiding it because you knew at the end of the argument there would be no winner, and in the end you guys would break up. That's pretty specific. So I think this is targeted to a specific person that I'm picking up on. But it could apply to anything. Like I said, this can apply to not just a romantic relationship. It can also apply to a job. It can apply to just a situation in general. But if this isn't resonating with you, it could be because I'm suspecting that this is geared towards a specific person. And with the Nine of Wands just supporting that, it's just like, I get the image of you carrying a weight, like an unnecessary weight up a hill, and every step you take, you're sliding. So it's like, yes, you're making progress, but at what cost? You know, you've taken on this almost impossible task. I mean, you are such a determined person that yes, you can do it, but you shouldn't have to, and you shouldn't want to. Whatever it is that you're carrying is unnecessary. This is not what Spirit wants for you. This is not in alignment with your higher path, with your higher purpose. You are not supposed to be someone who's covered in mud, scraping their knees, trying to push a rock up a hill. You are supposed to be a person who is drenched in the most lavish things. You are supposed to be not necessarily worshipped, but definitely regarded. You are a head turner, a neck breaker. So you are not meant to be out in the cold and rain and forgotten. You are meant to be in the sun and in the spotlight. I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card for you guys to wrap up this reading and give you any words of encouragement that Spirit has for you. Cleanse this a little bit. What messages do you have for my pile ones? What messages do you have for my pile ones? Okay. Giraffe Spirit is what shot out. So it says, Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about that. Giraffes stretch upward to reach the treetops and look down from a high vantage point. When Giraffe Spirit appears, it is a sign to observe from higher view. In all aspects of your life, it's time to stretch your neck out and broaden your view. Open your eyes to what others need or are experiencing and see the big picture you fit into. No matter how great your wisdom, knowledge, or experience, you don't want to overlook details and connections that will help you better understand yourself and your circumstances. So stretch yourself. Look beyond what catches your attention at eye level and know that not everything is as obvious as you might like it to be. Spirit will bestow upon you a new perspective that might make all the difference. Okay, so that goes back to exactly what I was saying in the beginning about a shift. I feel like you are going through some kind of change, some kind of shift in life, shift in the way you're thinking. And this definitely drives that message home. I am going to read the protection message for this as well, simply because I do feel like you're in a period of protecting yourself and just trying to fortify your strength. So the protection message says, are you sticking your neck out too far, reaching too high, instead of looking around you to see conditions on the ground? Your devotion to co-creating something new is admirable, but Giraffe Spirit is showing up to remind you that you have to look at the whole picture, not just those tasty leaves at the top of the tree. Perspective is necessary now, and that means checking in with what is going on around you and at your feet. Or perhaps you're ruminating over the worries of the world instead of paying attention to what you can do right now, where you are, to bring about the changes you would like to see. Align with your highest good and know that while perspective is important, transformation begins where you are. Do not get so far up in the clouds thinking all about the big problems that you lose perspective and forget to do your part, however small it may be. To start enacting change for transformation begins with you. So that goes, again, that's totally right on the hitting the nail on the head there. With everything that I've been feeling from this, definitely a shift in your perspective, a shift in your worldview. And I also can feel you pulling back into yourself, you know, with that image that I have of you pushing this rock up a hill and basically getting nowhere. To me, you know, that's you're trying to push through whatever it is and trying to get to the other side, but you're never asking yourself, should I even be doing this? Is this even necessary or worth my time? Is this in alignment with my higher path? I think you need to ask yourself those questions. And if you find that the answer is no, then it's time to reevaluate what you are doing in your day-to-day life, who you're spending your time with, and where you're spending your energy. Remember, energy is our spiritual currency, and it can cost just as much, if not more, than material money or wealth. So just keep that in mind. I think that's all I have for you, my pile one. This was an amazing reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If this resonated, please let me know down below. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Welcome, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Tiger's Eye wand or pile 2, this is your reading, and let's get into it. So this is just a general reading. I did mention in another reading, which I'll mention in each reading, this is a general reading. I do offer private readings that can be booked either through email or any of one of my social medias, which is linked down below. So check that out if you want an extended reading on what's going on here or a more personal private reading. I'm always open for those. So I am going to get started with your oracle cards first. So the first card we have here is Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Okay. So for July, pile 2, it looks like you guys are going to be changing things up. Quite literally, transformation. Okay, and then we also have Answer the Call. What is your soul calling you to do? So this could be what the transformation is. Maybe you are finally ready to answer your higher calling, and that could be in the form of multiple different things. It could be you changing careers. It could be going on a vacation, going on a journey. Things are starting to open back up now. So it could just be you taking this time out for yourself, going on a personal retreat or something of that nature. Let's get into your tarot cards. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And to me, this kind of gives me a feeling of someone was not truthful with you. Like there was either and that someone could be you, actually. You yourself, you were not truthful with yourself. You were not honest with yourself about something. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Cups as well. So I think this definitely is you, again, answering your call. It's answering your soul's higher purpose, your life's higher purpose, being who you're truly meant to be. That's what I'm getting. So you're definitely going to step. Okay. So yes, you haven't been true to yourself. You have been lying to yourself about something. And this could be something you're hiding. It could be something that you feel like is either embarrassing or could be made fun of, something along those lines. Like you are feeling that way, but in actuality, it's not. That's not what it is. Nobody's going to harm you over this. It's just who you are, or nobody should harm you, I should say. Of course, we can never say 100% that someone won't do something. We can only control ourselves. But you shouldn't feel ashamed of this. It's okay to step out and to be seen. It's okay to be honest. And it's okay to start this new journey, this new path, this new life path with that truth. Oh, you have the Magician in reverse. Again, this going back to the Ace of Swords. You're not being honest with yourself about who you truly are and the power that you have. You are a magical person. So I think you are the one that gets in your own way. With the Four of Wands, things are coming together. So that makes sense with the Eight of Cups and answering your call. I definitely feel like you're starting to build the foundation to something really great. Definitely almost like an extended celebration, which reminds me, again, going back to that what I was saying earlier about traveling. I kind of feel like this is something you're doing for yourself, but also by yourself. Oh my gosh. And then, the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is something that you're doing solo, because sometimes with the Three of Cups in reverse, there can be miscommunication and other people not understanding you. And I think the reason why there's a miscommunication is because you're not being honest, and you're not being honest with yourself. So it's understandable why you wouldn't be honest with other people. And I think part of it is you've lied to yourself for so long about something. And like I said, this could be something very trivial, very small, something that other people wouldn't even think twice. They'd be like, oh, you don't like that? Okay, like along those lines. But it could be something major, like your sexual preference or your lifestyle. It could be anything. I'm picking up a wide variety of things that this could apply to, like that I'm feeling strongly about. I'm feeling drawn to. This could also be someone coming out. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting the most, is that this is about you being truthful about your sexuality. And while you don't owe anybody else an explanation, you don't owe anybody else this knowledge, don't feel like you owe it to someone. The only person you owe it to is yourself. And that's why it's important for you to be honest, because you're deceiving yourself and you're harming yourself. It's almost as if when I see this statue here, it's almost as if this is what you're doing. You're hiding away from yourself. And by doing so, you're hiding away from others. You're this beautiful butterfly, but nobody can see that because you're scrunched and crouched in a corner just trying to pass for normal. And I don't think that's what you need to be focused on. So it seems like this is going to be you coming out or coming out of your shell. So definitely transformation. I also do strongly feel like this could be a career change. Possibly changing from something that, like, the reason why you chose that job was for money or monetary reasons or benefits. And it's going to be transitioning into a job that is more in alignment with your higher purpose. I'm not saying that it's not going to make money or that it's not going to be profitable. What I'm saying is that the money and the material aspect is not the focus of this job, this career choice. The focus is the alignment of your higher self with your path and your earthly self here. Okay, so let's see if there's any other messages for my pile 2 to sum up this reading. Okay, and we have the Star. I think that's very fitting for this reading, because it is going to take a lot of faith. It's scary sometimes, especially when you've been hiding something for so long. It's scary for a multitude of reasons, but the ones that come to mind right now are, one, it's scary because you don't know how other people are going to react, and you have no control over that either. You can only take what they do and go from there. So there is a fear as well, which could be why you continue to keep up the charade or whatever, even though the lies that you have built for yourself are starting to kind of unravel, and you're kind of finding it silly. Like, why do I need to hide this? This seems unnecessary. It seems like a lot of work or a lot of hardship for myself for nothing. So there is a fear there, and that, like I said, that could be why you're keeping that lie in place. And there's also a fear of the unknown, not just of how people are going to react, but how that's going to change your life, how that's going to impact you as well. Let's see if there's any more messages for my pile 2. Okay, I think this card wanted to come out. And it's the 9 of Swords in reverse. So I definitely feel that kind of sums it up for me, if I'm being completely honest. And I truly feel like this is somebody agonizing over coming out about something. So there is some lie, although lie feels really harsh. It's not like you are intentionally trying to deceive. It's just that as you have gone on your journey, as you have been going through your life, you have uncovered things about yourself that you once thought were true, but actually are not. It's like saying, oh, I really love mustard, and then you find out, I don't love mustard. So it's just, like I said, it could be something as trivial as that, but you are uncovering your true self. And in this process, there could be things that not necessarily you've lied about them, but it's just you thought it was one way, and in actuality, it's not. And it took some uncovering from yourself in order to find that out. So you weren't just lying to others, you were also deluding yourself into believing this false truth. That could be the transformation for this month. Stepping out of the closet. And like I said, I don't necessarily think it's just about sexuality or your sexual preference. However, I am getting that strongly. Someone feeling that they need to come out, and you just have to evaluate your own situation in that arena. I can't say yes or no what you should do. However, you know that this is in alignment with your higher self. So I'm going to pull an animal spirit oracle card and see what last messages spirit has for you. So this one came out. Stag spirit, take the lead. So right away, what I get from that is you walking into this new path, you stepping into who you truly are. Let's see what the book says about the stag spirit. Whether or not you have set your intention to lead, you may have found yourself suddenly called to step up to the forefront of your life. Stag spirit is a reminder that now is the time to heed the call to be sure, strong, and compassionate. Others will look to you, and you have it within you to see through the eyes of stag spirit and walk with confidence as you take on the responsibility that are yours now and model integrity in all that you do and in all your relationships. Be willing to see the best in others so that your compassionate heart keeps you on the right path. Stag spirit wants you to know that your responsibilities now are to yourself too, for you are learning and developing new skills. The best in you is coming into view as you step forward with strength, knowing that spirit supports you as you compassionately take the lead. You are a model for transformation now, sharing your experience, strength, and hope with others so they may grow and discover their best selves too. What a gift you are. Stay humble and authentic and walk your talk, for this is how a wise leader leads. Wow, pile 2. That definitely summed up everything we have been discussing. You are clearly somebody who is a leader, and I think you've been downplaying that to yourself and to others. Also, like I was saying earlier about there being some fear, there is also strength. And with the star, that kind of, it's almost like you're the star, you're the beacon of hope, you're the reason for other people to have faith. So it's going to be important for you to share what you're about, share your story, share your life with others. You could be somebody who's contemplating about going into the public eye. This could be like a model, content, some kind of content creator, and picking that up. And again, with the magician, the creativity, the 3 of Cups and the star, that's telling me creativity. And the 8 of Cups, you're kind of, this could be something that you also took a break from for some time. Like there was a blockage there. Anyway, I definitely feel like it's going to be super important for you going forward to share your story with others. Your story is going to give others strength. It could give them the courage to do similar things or to make a life for themselves, to embrace themselves. So you are definitely a leader, like a trendsetter, if you will. Very original and creative person. I think that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this helps. I hope it resonated in some way. Please let me know down below. If it did, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Welcome, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 3 or this beautiful tiny green gem here, this is your reading. And I did mention this in my other the other pile readings. This is a general reading for the month of July. If you want a private or extended reading, that is something that I also offer as well. I can be contacted through social media and email. My links are down below in the description bar. So if you want an extended reading or something more personal and private, go ahead and send me a message and we can arrange that. So I am going to start with your oracle cards here just to get a feel on the situation of July. First card we have is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So, summer break. It's time for you to take a break, pile 3. Time for you to take a break. Like I'm getting a big hand. Just stop. Okay, and then we also have you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So that could be why you need to take a break. You're too close to the situation right now and you need to walk away from it for a little while just so that you can gain some clarity and see what's actually going on. Okay, let's get into your tarot cards. Oh, we have the Fool. So I definitely feel like there could be something starting again. Maybe that break is what you need to start. This could be a breakaway, a break up. I think you need to stop worrying. Okay, and then we also have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So I'm getting a fight. Like maybe you were... So I'm definitely getting there's a change coming here with the 5 of Swords and the Fool. And especially with the take a break card. It seems like you do need to take a step back from something. You've almost been banging your head against a wall trying to figure something out and it's still not happening. It's because you're too close to the situation. You have to take a break. You have to take a step back and be able to see the situation in its entirety. Yeah, and you have the 10 of Wands here as well. So this could be you are feeling overworked, overburdened. Like, why am I having to do everything? Like, yeah, I want to be on this new journey. Yeah, I want to have fun. But why am I the only, like, there's other people here? Why? I'm getting more so this is a relationship. I feel like a lot of these readings today were relationship based, but I'm also picking up a little bit of work vibes. Like your coworkers aren't pulling their weight. It's summer, everybody wants to have fun. It's like, that's great, but I also want to get out on time. You know, I want to be going home. I want to enjoy the rest of my day. I don't want to have to be here for 20 million hours. Okay, and 9 of Swords. Yeah, so something, you need to take a step back. I think you need to take a vacation. But this goes with you're already doing it, with the overthinking as well, because you're almost working yourself up into a nightmare. And then we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. And I feel like this could be a stagnation of sorts. So you have this new journey, this new venture you want. This journey is the word that keeps coming up to me. But I don't think it's like a spiritual journey or a journey on a path. It's literally you getting like in a car, on a boat, on a train, on a plane, and actually going somewhere, going on a physical journey elsewhere. And I feel like you've been planning something for a while, but some things keep coming up. For some reason, you're the only one here, and it's interesting that we have 2 wands and 2 swords here. There's a lot of tension. I'm feeling a lot of tension, like the tension is very thick, it's very heavy, it's very uncomfortable with the 9 of Swords here. Like I was saying, I think you've been planning something, you've been wanting to take a break, you've been wanting to take a break, you've been wanting to take a break. You've been telling yourself, I need to rest, I need to take a break, I need to do this, but then something keeps coming up. Oh, this file I have to work on. Oh, I need to wash these dishes. Oh, we have to do this. There will always be a million reasons not to do something. Always. You need to put yourself first and take care of your mental and spiritual health, because this constantly carrying things, even though, you're successful, you're coming to, it's okay. We have the 10 of Wands and the Fool, the end of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. So you are definitely coming to a point, and especially with this 5 of Swords in reverse, you're coming to a point where you are exhausted and you have had enough. You are coming to that, almost the straw that broke the camel's back moment, which is why you're having these 9 of Swords nightmares. And you're over the stagnation. You're over the delays. You're getting frustrated. I'm feeling anger. It's very frustrating. You just want to live your life. You just want to, you just want to be successful. You just want to accomplish what you set out to accomplish. And there's always something holding you back. So it's time to prioritize. It's time to start allowing other people to take those burdens off your plate. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards. See if we can get a little bit more clarity, especially on this 9 of Swords here and the Fool. Let's see what other messages are for you in this July for my pile 3. Okay, so we have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers can be a relationship that is romantic, platonic, work-related. It can be the signing of a new contract. And I'm with the Fool again, and I think it's really funny that it just went directly to it. I am feeling that you are coming to this point, this ending point, and you're just so tired. You're just exhausted. You don't have any more energy to really care at this point, and you don't want to be like that. So it's time to renegotiate a contract, renegotiate something. I believe Mercury is coming out of retrograde, or it will be out of retrograde once this is posted. So now is the time to start acting on things. Of course, you don't really want to sign anything into a new contract during retrograde, Mercury retrograde, that is. It's just not a good time of communication. So that could be another thing that's taking place as well. Okay, and then we have the Empress in reverse. So this goes back to what I was saying with the being overburdened, the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. There's this lack of, and you need to put yourself first. You need to be the number one priority right now. That's just what it needs to be. So I think for this month, pile 3, your focus is going to be really taking a step back and possibly going on a vacation that you've been planning for quite a while but haven't taken for whatever reason. All the excuses that you've been giving yourself why you need to stay at work or why you need to stay in this relationship, they're just that, excuses. So really take a step back, look at what's truly going on around you, what's really happening here with you, and really check in with yourself. Think about this, meditate on this, and really divine within yourself what you want to do and what actions you want to take going forward. So I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card just to get any final messages and sum up this reading for you. For my pile 3, what messages do you have? Love is all around. The Nightingale Spirit. Okay, so let's see what the book says for that. In the darkness of night, Nightingale Spirit sings her song of love and hope, a harbinger of dawn to remind you that the sun will rise again soon. You are so loved And the illumination song of the nightingale spirit calls you to a new level of self-awareness and connection with the light. Yes, there is shadow and darkness, but love and prosperity exist everywhere, even in the seeming emptiness of space, darkness, and a starless night. Hearken to the message, letting the music of the nightingale's song remind you that love is all around. Feel it and trust in tomorrow's light, renewing your ability to recognize that the spaces that appear empty are filled with love and abundance. Illumination will happen soon. Okay, so that fits with what we've been talking about with the take a break, and especially the you're already doing it, stop overthinking it. I really feel like this is kind of you coming to that realization, not just that about what's going on around you, but also what's going on within you, especially with the Empress in reverse here and the Nine of Swords. So this is definitely a time for you to take stock. I feel like you should really take the entire month here and just think. Like, just really take stock of your life. Think about the decisions that you're making. Think about the people that you're surrounding yourself with. And like I said, this can be a job. This can be a relationship, platonic or otherwise. Look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with, because they're the people that are helping to shape your world. And if they're not helping you, then they're going to be hurting you or hindering you. I hope that was helpful, Pile 3. Let me know if that resonated with you in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Welcome, Pile 4. If you chose this beautiful clear quartz or Pile 4, this is your reading. This is a general reading for the month of July. As I've said in my other readings, you can always send me a message to get a private personal reading or something more in depth on what's going on here. And all my social media and contact information is always in the description bar. So head down there if that's something that interests you. For Pile 4, it's interesting because you guys kept getting 3 oracle cards. For everyone else, I did 2, but for some reason, it was very adamant that Pile 4 gets 3 oracle cards. So there must be an additional message here for you, Pile 4. And that's what I'm going to get started with, your oracle cards. So first, we have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So you definitely must be a strong person, someone who's willing to go to battle for things. Mintaken. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Wow. Okay. That makes sense why I had to have 3 cards for you, Pile 4. And the Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? What are you clinging on to? Is it time to give it up, Pile 4? I'm really feeling like, and I felt this, I believe, with Pile 1. You guys are very spiritual and very in tune with yourself and your higher self. And that would make sense with Mintaken coming up. You are truly someone who has been you are truly someone who has been doing spiritual work, not just in this lifetime, but in all the lifetimes previously. You are an old soul. That could be why Warrior Woman is coming up. You've come back multiple lifetimes, and I feel like with this, the Crumbling and the Warrior Woman, there's something that you're holding on to that's kind of blocking you. I see this as a blockage. It's blocking you from your highest calling, from your true purpose here. And that could be why you've had to repeat this same lesson multiple times. So July might bring you some sort of clarity. I'm feeling very much Queen of Swords here when I look at Warrior Woman. So I'm feeling like July may bring you some clarity that you've been longing for, that you've been looking for a long time. You've been asking for guidance, and I believe you're going to receive it this month. So the first card we pull up is the Nine of Wands. And this I'm stumbling over my words. With the Nine of Wands, this reminds me of what I was saying earlier with your repeating the same message or this same lesson multiple times. And it's because something hasn't clicked before. So you've been at this Nine of Wands level for quite some time. I do feel a little bit of a stagnation or a blockage here, almost as if you've forgotten your true purpose or your true self. Like you've gone through this so many times that you're starting to forget yourself. And the Magi. Yeah, so this is who you are. You're the magician. You are the Mintakan. You are someone who is a light worker, who is an experienced light worker, a seasoned light worker, and I don't just mean in this lifetime. That doesn't mean that you need to be someone who is along in years or who's older. You could be young. I'm feeling two things. The first thing is that this is someone very young, possibly younger than 18, because I'm feeling a teenager vibe, an adolescent vibe. I'm also getting that you could have discovered yourself, your true nature, your powers, whatever you want to refer to it as, while you were a teenager. So you kind of had a revelation and a beginning to your true self while you were a teenager, when you were growing up, and you've just continued that work since then. Okay, and we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like he's bringing the truth. He's bringing it to you, and he's very dedicated. So this is you uncovering things about yourself, uncovering things about your path. And I don't mean just yourself in this lifetime. I mean your higher self. This is you uncovering your highest purpose, your true path. Revelation comes to mind. Of the biblical sense. Look, we have the Seven of Wands. You're going to have to fight for who you are. It is going to require some defending. Your true path. Maybe people won't believe you, or I don't know. I feel like there's a judgment from someone around you that you're trying to avoid or that you're trying to suppress. And that could be why. Because with the Seven of Wands, I just see this warrior woman going back and forth, and the Queen of Swords energy is really what's coming to me. And then we have the High Priestess in reverse. So yeah, this is you having to repeat this message. You are a very intuitive person. You are a very spiritual person. You're very in touch with... I kind of feel like you may even see ghosts a lot. Like you may see people reaching out to talk to you. That's something that's coming through. But you are a very intuitive person. You're a very special person. But for some reason, you just can't get past this Nine of Wands. You just can't get past this level. Something always comes that either clouds your judgment, or it's not what it seems. And for some reason, you fall for it every time. It's like you just can't learn this particular lesson. And hopefully in this life, in this July, something will evolve for you that's going to click. So I definitely think that July is going to be a time of reflection for you. And I felt this way as well with pile 3. You guys are going through some things, and this is going to be a time of reflection and reevaluation for you. Really getting back in touch with your magical counterparts, with your having that duality of the feminine and the masculine. Embracing yourself and your gifts. So let's pull some more tarot cards just to clarify what we got going on, if there's any messages I missed, or pile 4, anything else that needs to come through. Okay. We have Temperance in reverse. So again, this just reaffirms what I was saying about that need for balance, that need for the divine masculine, the divine feminine to be both present in your life, and for you to accept those are parts of yourself as well. I feel like you have 3 cards here that are of the major arcana, and I feel like that's even more so the divine or spirit pushing in and just trying to help you. It's almost as if you've done this so many times, they're tired of watching you repeat the same lesson, so they're really trying to push you in the right direction. They're really trying to help you here. And we have the Emperor as well that flipped over. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like this is spirit, the divine, the universe, the gods, angels, whoever it is that you are working with. They are really coming into your life very impactfully and very heavy-handed. Like, you have repeated whatever it is this message is, whatever this lesson that you need to learn is. It's a very important lesson, A, and B, you have repeated this lesson multiple times at this point, to the extent that you're not getting it, so they're feeling like they need to step in and show you what it is that you are not getting. Let's pull a final oracle card, just to sum up the messages, any final messages that need to come through for my pile 4. Just like with the first oracle cards, seems like there are quite a few messages for you, pile 4. I feel like this is going to be the most picked pile. I would be interested if you guys left a comment down below saying what pile you chose. Okay, this came out a few times. So Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Feel like it's infinite possibility of you repeating this message, this lesson. Stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun, to the power of potential. As you look out toward the horizon, do you open up to infinite possibility? Spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, Starfish Spirit urges you to stretch past the limitations of your everyday perception and comfort zone, to dream of bigger things and imagine with even greater hope and faith for miraculous potential is shining down on you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that Starfish Spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. Yeah, so I definitely feel, again, going back to the original oracle cards that I pulled for you, I definitely feel like there is a blockage, and that blockage is yourself. You're getting in your own way, blocking yourself from your own gifts, and that's why you keep coming back to this same lesson, because you need to get past that blockage. You need to overcome this hurdle. You need to answer your deepest calling. The truth, the clarity, this is what you're working towards this month, is truly opening up to the divine, opening up to spirit, and really going towards what your path is. I hope that helped, pile 4. I think this is all I have for you guys today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Leave me some feedback if this resonated with you down below. And I will see you guys in the next video.